Oh, that's full of air. That's a good thing. I have to listen to that. Alrighty, let's see what I can do here to get this thing back together. Alright, let me see if I can't get this back on here. Get these over. Down here. Oh, we're cooking there. Goes up in there. Goes up under there. Goes way up there. Like that. Get a nut on there before it decides to go to Sunday. Saturday afternoon. Okay, I've got my extension wrench, and now I need the socket set and the camera's right in the way. Okay, I think that will help that out a lot. My wrench. That's up here. No slot. Adjustment slot. That in now. This still needs to come up some. That's a lot of weight. That needs something else. help you. Stay out of my way. Okay. The way they made this, the back goes on there and helps hold all this up at the same time that all this weight's on there. Now for our little wire protector. They had one there and one there. It went here. Okay. Now, this one hooked up on the bottom, this one hooked up on the top. I've got to run these wires back through here. And I know that camera's in a bad place. Need to hang it over the head there. Band wires went up through there. This hooked on the top. So let me get this one is the one that's going to come back up through here. Today, you will come right back up through here where you won't get lost and hook right back up to here. And I could use some pliers. I'm going to unhook you, bring you back up through here. Just like so. Come on. Back on here. You off. Just like that. Back up through here, like that. Alright, we got you back on the top. You will go like this. Find the screws. We've got 1, 2, 3. I would think there would be 4. I see one washer on the ground. We might have had company up here. Come on. Yeah. You're gonna go right there. Right there. Like that. Now I need another one over here. Let me get that washer while I see it there. You go down in here. So, wonder if I could buff you off any. Sure do need it. A little lock washer on there too, huh? Let's see that. Alright, you go in here. And the other one's got to piggyback right down on the bottom. And you, how do you go back on there? This piggybacks on the bottom right here. And this jewel hooks up right here. This is the one you couldn't get a screwdriver in. Covered by a flange. Right there. Going to be interesting. Yeah, drop one. Drop another. That out of my hand. That out of there. Today. And we'll need these two right here. Oh yeah, I can see it all now. Now you want to come out, huh? Okay. You rest right there and let me get your friend in here. Today. Can't see nothing with them. There you go. One down. Now this one here is going to be a jewel. I need another light down here where I can see. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let me go get a drop light now. I ain't got to here in one right now. Cord. Time then. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Now I can see it, still can't get to it. Let's get down here. Buddy. Ah, man. I had it for a second. Just a second. Oh, buddy. Where did that go? All right. Let me find that. All right, let me try that again. You can't let go of it. And that gets a lock washer. And that. Like that. So you. Like that. Now, the piggyback deal. I don't know why they made it like that, but they did. And I believe that one has, alright, let me figure this out. I gotta change this wheel out. I can't, I ain't got time to mess with that. I don't need this walking across the floor when I'm trying to work. And I don't need you messing with me neither. Go on there. I gotta pick me up a 6-inch wheel. That's all it 8-inch wheel. Just too much vibration for it. Alright. Off that wire up here. Be like this wire up here. Today. Like that. Come up through this hole. Give me some light. Oh yeah, you're blind me now. Come up through there, got you. You up there, man. You up through him. Come on. And we bring this one up through here. And you must go over here to the closest side. You ain't that long. So you go back on right there. Make sure you come off of there. Yeah. You go on there, and this gentleman has got to come back off and untwist around 4 or 5 wires. Get out from around there, come around here, and now you've got to go up under there, around there, and right there. Light's trying to come on, I wish you would. And you will sit right here. Is that on that flange? Yes, it is. Right there, if you would. Requires a washer, lock nut. I seem to be missing some flat washers here. Some marsupial running around here knocking washers and nuts off. I see one washer. I see one lock washer. You will go over here because I seem to be missing a bolt here. Also. Now, since you went that away, upwards, I'll put you upwards over here. Maybe. Right in there. Right in there. And I see what kind of lot washer you got. You get one of these other kind. I don't ever use them. I don't know what you call them. All I need to do is get you on there like that. Can't get your hand in there. Too much stuff in the way. There you go. Alright, that's where that gentleman goes. Now, I have one goes there, and this hanger goes up under here. Hanger goes like that. Let me get a lock washer nut. Very peculiar. So just like that. Come on. Come on. Okay. Got that on. This one. I don't know why they put this on the top, but they did. Goes down in there. So now the long boy comes up here, sticks in the hanger, and goes on right. Man, it's down there. Get some knee action on this here. You got to go right there. Like that. Lock washer and nut. Goes on right there. Cool. Got something done. Appears I have one extra lock washer. That means there's one missing somewhere. Well, if you work like the rest of them, God, I wish I could get my hands in there. Damn. come out of there. And slide over there. Of course it shows that on there. That means they put it on wrong. Because they've been putting these on, they've been putting these things on. That here, get it in the camera, on to here for some reason. I don't know why. All I gotta do is just come back up through that hole. Yeah, but yeah, up through the hole. Lock washer on there. And get the other third hand in there. And on there like that. Come on. Now, that's how all that went back. Of them jewels. They all went back on there just like that. And just like this. All I got to do is tighten them up. And these screws that's up under that flange, I have a screwdriver for that kind of thing, but it may be too long. I'll see. Alright, another break time. I got one of them, but too long. Uh-oh. There you. What's going on?
What did you want me to do?
I got this little refrigerator that can go. And let me show you what else. Look at all the goodies Jerry's got.
That's a good dryer now.
That is a good dryer?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I see a little electric motor over there. Let me check that out.
That thing when you're moving the splitter back, and when you move it back, you're supposed to let go of it.
Jerry's talking about the log splitter. You know, the guys that come over and got it. They was holding the control in one way too long, and they burn up the pump.
Hydraulic pump, $119.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you get for lending it out.
Yeah. There you go. And get back down here to the welder. I put me some shims up under here on top of that transformer to help hold all this weight when I put this back on until I can get the back on. Okay, finally got all them bolted back. Now I'm going for the fan bracket. Fan wire got broke somehow or another. You gotta fix that now. I gotta have this running to blow the dust out of here when I blow the floor off. Gotta blow the floor off where you can move this beast back and forth. now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock this back and forth so I get this hook center of this right here and hold it up to put that on. The only thing that holds that on and this is the back end right here. Getting all the screws lined up, the ones with the nuts. We've got 2 holes under this right here. That's the 2 I'm looking for. Alright, get that part on there, gonna do a little tightening. Here and it's already been on, was it? The only thing is this extension in there. Take that gentleman out.
No, something else was on it.
Oh, I gotta lift it in.
Can't try Walmart chicken. Sure can't try, well, I don't know about their chicken at Walmart. Sure can't try Ingalls chicken though. We about died on one of theirs. I'll just end up at that other program.
I don't buy no meat at all.
Either Centerville Walmart or Kroger in Omaha.
They owe me $5 million for many times I've been poisoned down there. That's where your mama always used to shop. What shop nowhere else? I think there's no way I could ever count how many times I've been poisoned down there with that damn Ingalls meat. Alright, now I'm going to put that motor back in there. Let me get that going. I'm going to put the fan motor in that I may have to take back out. I had to turn on that down there because I had to sweep the floor and then I had to blow the floor out. Now, you can hold that right there. That's one heavy motor, my friend.
Yes, it is.
They didn't play around when they made that. I don't know why they'd make such a heavy casing, but they did. One thing about it, I've been in here enough. I know how it comes out immediately. I still don't understand why they would have a flat washer on there. Don't need one. They got it. Usually use that on a bigger size hole. Jim's hurt his back again. This and might be good to have an extension. Don't knock them sockets off on the floor, I'll be doing okay. See this big old crusher. Now for the fan. Flat side up and one to the right. Just like that. And it snugs up flush. Goes right there. Now let me get the quickie Allen head. Now let me get a stronger deal in this. 1/8. All right, we got that. hold this as I place it up there. Now that I got this in my hand. Yeah. Alright. I got my screws lined up and set up. I'm going to put the two bottom ones in first. It sets right up on here, like that. If you can hold this. You gotta come that way. Now, reckon it went in there like that? I don't think so. It comes on the outside.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, them two. It comes just like that. If you can line up a hole.
Nothing to put nothing.
Very bottom. Mm-hmm. All right, let me get that ratchet and run these up some. Come on. I don't want to get them too tight here. Now I gotta line up all these. I think these is double flange on there. So I think this will take a longer nut. This is gonna be the fun part right here. This gotta go through here. Look at that, it's almost lined up. How about that? Yes sir, it'll take that long. I can't do everything here.
I can't do anything here.
Alright, we're all set.
Needs to come down, I guess.
Hold everything, don't move. Get that nut on there. I got that thing. The thing I don't want to do, I don't want to get my towel trapped in there. So I want to hang these two top bolts and pull my towel out. Here you go. The towel was to keep this from going down and scratching the already put on paint. Two more long ones. Oh, they like them flat washers for some reason. I don't know. Don't need it. and I may need it somewhere else. Now if the flat washer was out here, it'd prevent it from this crazy washer from scratching the thing. Cheap lot washer. I got that baby in there. Cooking now. See what I'm talking about here? You want to hold these bolts perfectly still while you tighten these in here, or these little crazy lot washers will scratch the paint. Now I'm having an issue over here. That's not in the floor enough. There you go. Probably need an extension on that and 7/16. That's 7/16. No. I got a 7/16 wrench here somewhere. Now this is the one you don't want to move. And I'm going to semi-tighten that.
I've got to go lay back down unless the camera's running, in which case
Camera's running, and I need you to help me here.
I can't stand up any longer.
Get your chair.
There is no chair, and if there is, I couldn't get it.
Let me go get one.
I can only sit down for a few seconds. Sweating.
The bench is covered with screws. You can't use that. What I need something laying up in my way to break my neck. There's your chair. Or you want it up in there?
Don't matter, I can only sit down for a second or so. Too much pressure.
Walking through here, ain't got time for obstacles.
Starts cramping, all kinds of shooting pains.
And I'm gonna say that these long ones right here go right here. This is gonna be the tricky dudes right here. Gotta bend that up, bring you up. Mm-hmm. 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 would say require a flat washer on the back side, block washer, and then a nut. Yes, sir. All you gotta do is get your hand. Uh-oh. All you gotta do is get your hand up in there. That's all. Like that. That's very little clearance. I don't think that, unless that pulls up, don't need no light washer. Alright. Line up this one. Here somewhere in the ball game there. Yeah, that's what you need. You need a whole lot of that. And a whole lot of this. Right there. This is where I need you. And I didn't take my my braces out of here. Now is the time to do so. Oh yeah, pull it. Still not sure about that. Didn't sweep over here. Where's that dang wrong? Bad on the knees. Alright, one more long one right here. In there. Yeah, buddy. Now, all we need is some tightening up going on here. No longer need the extension. And that little transformer's in the way. I need a short socket. See if I can get in here without knocking anything over. No. Gonna be one of them. Alright. All I gotta do is get that loose now. Like that. The short socket goes over there. Now get back to the two on the bottom. Now then back up here. And I got it. Okay, the back side is on. Got to put in the cable. And she's looking pretty good so far. I want to paint that strap holding them capacitors on. I want to get new panel screws. This right there is going to have to be painted with a paintbrush. Probably. And this has got to be painted dull aluminum, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun putting that front panel together. And I got to get this screw here. Let's eat halfway off the ground. Let me check on this. Nope, Harry, you don't get to eat tonight.